Well, hello, my YouTube friends. So I saw Fish's reply to Liberty Bleed's question, and I didn't see the question, but I saw the answer. If I may add my 2 cents to the question of what does it mean to lay up your treasures in heaven, I have before me a copy of Matthew Henry's commentary. Matthew Henry was in the 1600s or 1400s or some 1800s or however old he was. So part of what he says about that verse is Christ designs not to deprive us of our treasure, but to direct us in the choice of it. So besides that, the verse is self-explanatory, and it explains what happens to earthly treasures. I'm going to use an analogy here to lay up treasures somewhere else, in heaven or... Okay, so I had a friend that had a career at City Hall and ended up working for the city manager, and everybody knew her. Everybody at City Hall knew her. And it was funny. It was interesting that whenever she wanted something done, she would contact, the department head that it fell under and send, and talk to that person. And so that person always thought it was coming from the city manager. And oftentimes it was, but sometimes she was she was doing a favor for someone, right? And now that person owed her a favor. And so she laid up a little bit of treasure with that person. Now, this person was a good friend of mine, and I did a lot of things for her, and I helped her out quite often. And at one point, one of my friends at work, and there was going to be some layoffs, and he asked me, could I ask my friend to write a letter of recommendation for him? And I was like, no, she doesn't know you. She would do what I asked her to do because she trusts me, but I don't even know you that long. Meet your own friend at City Hall and build up your own credit with your own friend at City Hall. And so then ask that person for a favor. So, of course, God is a little bit higher than City Hall, but the principle is the same. By your actions, by your deeds, another person will, for lack of a better word, will be indebted to you. Another person will feel like they owe you a favor, or another person will feel like they want to repay a kindness. Another person will look favorably upon you. So everything I've mentioned right now is of a worldly origin. Laying up your treasures in heaven means obeying God's commands, having the greatest faith that you never even knew you could have, obeying God's commands to an extent that you didn't even know that you were going to be doing these things years ago when you were of the world. And by doing these things, God will look upon all of us favorably. God doesn't owe us anything. He gives us through His grace, His love, and in time, our resurrection and our eternal life. But we have to build up that. Well, no, we don't have to build up, but we have to love God and strive to live for God and build up our faith every day. We cannot earn God's love. He gives it to us already. He just asks us to do a few things. Now, all those things can be found in His Word, And I'm not here to explain each and every one of those things that needs to be done. That's called doctrine. And different churches, different people have different doctrine. But some things remain the same: faith, love of God, obedience to his commands. And by doing those things, by having faith, by loving God more than anyone, by obeying God's commands, God will look favorably upon us and our treasures, the work that we've done, the things that we do will result in a good bank account. Our treasure on earth, our bank account, but rather a favorable impression from God. And so our treasure will be laid up in heaven, in a place where we don't see it, because believing in things that we do not see is what faith is. And we must have a great faith. All right, my friends, I hope you find this helpful, and you folks have a good day.